everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing well and I'm back with another video. And in this video right here, I'm going to take some time and break down the difference between Measurement Incorporated and Pearson. And if you have not heard of these companies, these are companies where you can do online scoring from home. I've talked about it many times. I'll go ahead and link my playlist for you guys, but we're going to go ahead and talk about that today, so that way if you guys are considering working for one of these companies or even both of these companies, you'll be well informed of which company is going to work best for you and your schedule and your situation. All right, before we get into the details, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, also leave a comment, and also if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I do put these type of videos out regularly. Also, make sure to share this video for anyone that's looking for real, legitimate ways to work from home and side hustles, all right? Normally in these type of videos, I include lots of different screenshots and everything of different things when it comes down to the job. But for these particular jobs, that information is proprietary information and I cannot share that information like the student responses and things like that. So you guys are just gonna have to kind of listen to me talk, all right? So first things first, Measurement Incorporated and Pearson are two different companies that will hire you for online scoring jobs. And online scoring is when you score student standardized test responses from the comfort of your own home. You can score student test responses all the way from, first grade all the way to college level. You can choose what type of responses you want to score and also the grade level that you're comfortable scoring as well, all right? Now, there are other scoring companies. You can try ETS and you can also try RightScore. I've never worked for those companies before, but many of my subscribers have worked for those companies and they will probably chime in and give you guys some information about the companies in the comments, all right? So with Measurement Incorporated and Pearson, I've worked with Pearson since 2015, and then I think I've worked with Measurement Incorporated since probably like 2016 or 2017. I can't quite remember. Now, technically, you're not supposed to work for multiple scoring companies at a time, but unless you tell them that you're working with multiple companies, they will not know. So at the end of the day, it's up to you how much you want to do and how much you can handle, all right? I have worked both companies at the same time. It worked well for me. So you will need a bachelor's degree to work with both of these companies. If you do not have a bachelor's degree, you will not be able to work with these companies. So that is unfortunate. Back when I applied with the companies, they did verify my degree. So I'm not sure if they still do that, but they did verify that I indeed had a degree. I do have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. So, it doesn't really matter what you have your degree in. Now let's go ahead and talk about the pay. So as I stated in my last video about scoring, you're only going to make around $12 an hour. With Measurement Incorporated, the pay is $11.70 an hour. With Pearson, the pay is $12 an hour, and you're eligible for bonuses. So that's one thing that makes Pearson a little bit better on the pay side, is the fact that you are eligible for bonuses. I've never heard of Measurement Incorporated to have bonuses, at least with the projects that I've scored. So, that is a benefit that Pearson has over Measurement, all right? This is not going to be a high-paying job or anything like that. You're not really doing much. You're literally sitting back, kicking back on your couch, scoring responses. It's not a lot of work, so you're not going to be paid a lot. And this is a seasonal position, okay? Both of these companies have year-round positions that you can work in an office if they do have a location in your area, so that's totally up to you. I'm not sure if the pay is more if you work in an office or whatever the case may be, but you can definitely check that out. When it comes down to scheduling, I feel like Pearson is the better competitor when it comes down to scheduling, because depending on the project that you work, the project that I've worked for the past 6 years has allowed me to work anytime that I wanted to work between 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern. Pearson, to me, has the better scheduling because it is flexible. Now, they do have some positions that they are offering that have set schedules. If that's something that will work for you, definitely go ahead and check it out. But for me, a set schedule is very hard for me to work because I am self-employed and I have to tend to my other self-employed business, which is what pays my bills, in order for me to, keep a roof over my head. So I cannot work a set schedule for another company. What I would do is I would work from 8 to 11, take a break, handle my other business, and then work again in the evening. With Measurement Incorporated, you are going to have a set schedule, but they are going to allow you to choose your schedule when you do get offered the position, all right? So you can choose either an all-day shift, which I believe is between 8:30 to 4:45 or something like that, or you can work from 8:30 to 12, which is what I work, or you can work from 12:45 to 4:45, or you can work from 6 to 10. And if you do well with scoring in terms of production and accuracy, I can come back and work again later in the day. So that's totally up to me, but you cannot work past, I believe, 10 p.m. with Measurement Incorporated. So you do have some flexibility with them, but you are going to be required to work the shift that you chose Monday through Friday from whatever time you chose it from. So keep that in mind. If you have other things that you're trying to do, if you have a vacation or whatever the case may be, you are going to have to treat this job the way you would treat a regular job and work your schedule as you're supposed to, with very little flexibility. Now with Measurement Incorporated, they will let you work 7.75 hours a day, and Pearson will allow you to work 12 hours a day. Both of the companies will not allow you to work any more than 40 hours a week. I've never really heard of doing any overtime with these companies. They try to keep you under the 40 hours a week, all right? So that's pretty much how it goes with the scheduling. So as far as how often you're paid, both of these companies will pay you bi-weekly, so you will get paid every 2 weeks, and both of these companies pay on the same day, and they both go through ADP. So when you do work both of these companies at the same time, you will get 2 checks at one time on the same day. So that's really, really good as well, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about the curriculum. Both of these companies will allow you to score math, science, or ELA. So it's totally up to you what you choose. I do score science with Pearson. I've been scoring science the whole time I've worked with them. I did score English with them one time, and it was a lot to me. So I went back to science, which, like I said, is easy breezy. It's not hard to do at all. Now with Measurement Incorporated, I do score ELA, and it does tend to be a lot more reading, and it is a lot more analytical. So if you don't want to have to take a lot of time to do this job, I think Pearson is going to be the best choice, because the answers are pretty much like black and white. You can pretty much look at a response and pretty much know if it's right or wrong. Of course, you're going to still verify and make sure. It's not going to be a complicated process to give the answer a score, whereas with Measurement Incorporated, there's a lot more reading, and there's a lot more like analyzing and making sure that you give the response a proper score. So keep that in mind. Right, so now let's go ahead and talk about support. Now when it comes down to like technical support or asking for help or anything like that, I feel like Measurement Incorporated is the better choice. You're going to have a supervisor that's going to be there the whole time that you're working. All you have to do is chat into your supervisor and ask them a question. Measurement Incorporated, you will have to download, an application or whatever you want to call it to your computer or to your device so that you can score the responses. And sometimes the application does kind of glitch a little bit, slow down and stuff like that. When that happens, you will have to contact technical support, let them know what's going on, and also let them know the times that it happened so that you can be paid for those times. With Pearson, that's not something that you have to worry about, because all you do is log in and start scoring. The downside with Pearson is you're not going to have a supervisor that you can just chat in and talk to, at least with the projects that I've worked. If you do need to speak with the supervisor, you are going to have to call a supervisor. Now, one thing about Pearson, supervisors that are doing the back reading, they will, send you your responses and let you know, hey, this response was incorrect. This is how you score this response. So they give a lot of feedback. You're going to pretty much know your feedback on a regular basis with Pearson, whereas with Measurement Incorporated, you won't really know your feedback until the next morning when you log in. When you log in the next morning, it's going to tell you whether your production and accuracy are on point. With all that being said, Measurement Incorporated is better with technical support. Pearson is better with feedback. Okay, so another thing I want to mention is reliability, okay? So I will say that when it comes down to reliability, meaning you know that you're going to have work when you log in and that you're going to be working, I'm going to go ahead and say that Measurement Incorporated is better with reliability. Pearson is not reliable, okay? I think scoring literally lasted for 1 week this year. Now, it did not used to be this way. It just got this way. I noticed after I did videos and a lot of people got hired doing scoring, there were less and less responses for us to score. So Pearson will say that scoring is going to be from March to June, and it'll literally be for 1 week, and then that'll be the end of it. It did not used to be that way. It just got that way over the past few years. But Measurement Incorporated, when you log in, you can pretty much guarantee that scoring is going to really last for the majority of the time that they're saying that it's going to last. For example, I started scoring in April, it's almost June. I've only had one time when I logged in and there was no responses available. So like if you have something that you're trying to pay, like an important bill or something like that, I wouldn't rely on Pearson to get that paid. I would more so rely on Measurement Incorporated. You can pretty much guarantee that when you log in, there are going to be responses and that you're going to work your entire shift. So Measurement Incorporated is the better company when it comes down to reliability and really being able to make plans and, you know, have a specific type of paycheck. Okay guys, so next up I want to talk about convenience, okay? Now I think that possibly, I don't know for sure, but I think Pearson is better when it comes down to convenience because like I said before, with Measurement Incorporated, you do have to download an application to log in and score. I'm not sure if you can download that application on a tablet or a phone. Whereas with Pearson, you can log in from your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your iMac, and you can score. Now, you're not supposed to score from those mobile devices like that, but I mean, you can do that, okay? I think that Pearson is better for convenience because if you don't have a computer or a tablet, you'll still be able to score and make that money. So that's definitely great. So another thing that I want to say when it comes down to moving up, you know, with the companies, I would say that Pearson is better because I have been offered to work a supervisor position with Pearson. I was not able to take it because, again, I am self-employed and that is my first priority. So I cannot work a full-time job from home. But I was offered to become a supervisor with Pearson. So if you want to move up within the company and do other things, even if it is seasonally, that is an option for you. And so I've never been offered anything besides scoring from Measurement Incorporated. That doesn't mean that they don't have supervisor positions. I've just not been offered one. Both of these jobs will invite you back to score each season if you do score well, all right? Now, Measurement Incorporated is going to take you through a small reapplication process. They're not going to ask you much. Both companies tend to hire around the same time, which would be in the spring. Measurement Incorporated, they say that they hire in the wintertime, but I've never been hired with them in the wintertime. I've only worked with them in the spring, okay? But with Pearson, I've worked the fall season and I've worked the spring season. So yeah, I've given you guys pretty much all the information about both of these companies. If I left anything out, I will definitely include a pinned comment in the comments for you guys. But if I had to choose, I would definitely pick Pearson. I mean, they're just, you know, to me, they're just more convenient, more flexible. They definitely have their cons, but if I was to lose working with Pearson, I would definitely be upset about that. But Measurement Incorporated, they're good too. But I mean, if I never worked Measurement Incorporated again, it wouldn't bother me. But they're definitely good as well, all right? You just have to pick the one that's going to work best for you. So I definitely hope this video has been helpful to everybody. You guys know to go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Now, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave those below. And as usual, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.